Welcome to the Michele Roy Show.
Welcome to another Michele Roy Show. In this episode, we're going to be covering spring. Yes, the season is here, and there's so much that we can do to be part of life, even if we're not feeling our best. So, take a little time now, have a little sip of water or your favorite drink, and let's join in on this episode of podcast. Spring. I love spring. How about you? I love listening to the birds chirping away and just even the rain. When it rains in spring, it's just so beautiful. You've seen the flowers bloom and the new leaves coming on the trees. It just makes you feel so nice. At least for me, it's that. That's how I feel. How about you? Do you enjoy spring? I know for myself, sometimes I feel overwhelmed because there is the spring cleaning that needs to be done or other things that are considered must do. And for us who have chronic pain, having to feel how our energy is each and every day, it's already difficult. And then the expectations of what we should do or shouldn't do, especially with spring coming in or the spring cleaning, it's difficult and challenging. So today, my friends, I wanted to share some of the things that I'm putting in place for this spring to be a little bit different for me. Because before, when I used to be extremely healthy and strong, before spring would even come close, it's like all the flowers were already planted and potted and decluttered, and the gardening was just up to spec with everything. And I've always enjoyed seeing and the growth of the plants and seeing the flowers and the blooms. It's just for me always made me very happy. But every single year since I've gone not very well, since I've gotten sick, I've had to adapt a little bit. Each year, I'm trying to adjust and see how I can do a little bit better. So, this year, I haven't planted my flowers yet. So, it's the beginning of spring, and that's okay. I still have time. But most of all, I want to be able to do it in my pace. So, some of the things I want to share with you today is perhaps something that you can implement, or you can share with me how you're doing and what you're doing in the spring and the season. I really love to have flowers around, and I love to come back home, and see the flower pots and the beautiful, different, colorful flowers there, just kind of greeting me, saying, "Here I am." It's really encouraging for me. And then in the evenings, being able to water them, it's also something that's very therapeutic. However, I don't always have that much energy. So having to pace myself has been really, really important. So this time around, one of the different things that I want to be able to do is take it slow. And I wanted to say to you as well, what are different things that you can do this spring that you can still enjoy spring and still get to do different things that you used to do, but perhaps in a different way, let's say, than before? So my suggestion would be, with, for instance, the flowers. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to get all my flower pots, which I had a ton of them, all around done, But maybe if I can get 5 of them, just 5, can I be okay with that? Yeah, I think I can. You know, Choosing them, or even one flower pot for you already. You can either buy them already made and just put it there, it'll be easier. But if you enjoy getting into the soil, which I also really do enjoy, it's very nourishing actually to feel the soil and planting the flower and seeing it, then afterwards taking a little bit of water. It's kind of like us. We need to be tended as well, right? So maybe that's something to do instead of going and getting, I don't know, 50 flowers. Try 5. I know that's what I'm going to be trying to do this year. And maybe having somebody to come and help you with that. If it's just one flower pot, yeah, you can do that. That's no problem. But if it's a few more, then make it fun. Have somebody over that can help you, a friend or a loved one or a family member that will help you do a little bit of gardening together. Because that's very nice. But maybe if you are in a situation where you're either in a hospital or you're recovering right now and you don't have the energy, wow, just open your window. Maybe listen to the birds chirping around. Maybe listen to the spring water and the flowers. Just look outside. That's also a way of refreshing your soul, refreshing your mind, and still feeling connected and part of life. So wherever you are right now, I think it's so important for us to take it easy to where we are. And even in spring, the flowers bloom slowly. The leaves come out really slowly. Every single day you see a little bit more. Or the cherry blossoms, which are up right now, they're beautiful, isn't it? So we try to rush in life with everything. But how about we look at the season differently? The season is opening up, it's allowing the growth, it's allowing us to see its beauty. How is it going to be? You know, can we allow curiosity to come in and enjoy that part? Maybe. So, yeah, that's one thing that I would definitely want to implement for myself instead of getting tons of flowers and flower pots and having to do that and not having the energy, just pacing myself. Maybe one day going out and buying the plants and choosing just a few of them that I can take care of them. Maybe the ones that are easier. And then maybe another day taking one or two pots, planting them and enjoying that process, you know, definitely having my son helping me because I would have a struggle if I don't have that in any case. But just doing what I can do, you know. And maybe another day if I'm not up to it, just allowing myself to listen to the birds. And it's so nice in the evenings, both in the mornings and then the evenings, just hearing them, just singing. Oh, it's so encouraging and trying to see which birds are singing. Now, is it the robins? Is it the sparrows? Is it the chaffinch? Like, there's so many different ones. Anyway, not that I'm a professional in all this. I just really enjoy it. I like to see them. And then another idea that I would like to share with you as well, it's maybe different things that you can do. If you can't plant, if you don't really like planting during springtime, maybe just looking at spring colors. Maybe you would like to have a scented candle that has spring smells. That's something nice and doable and easy that you can do it in your own time frame and it doesn't have to, feel overwhelmed. I know for myself, I usually feel overwhelmed. I have to have spring clean, and all the windows need to be clean, and all the curtains need to be washed, and all of these things are like, do they have to? But just taking it one step at a time. What can be done today? What can I get other people to help me with? And that's my next point. Asking for help. I know it's difficult. I know I've always been able to do things myself. But a lot of times, being able to allow other people to help us is also a blessing for them, you know, and for us because we feel more connected with them. And spring is a time of community, it is a time of being able to be around others as well. So, giving yourself a little bit of love and grace if you have to ask for help, and at the same time, get the different things you want to do done. My suggestion would be having a little list, not a huge list. If you're like me, I'll put like 500 things down the list. No. What's the priority? What must be done for this spring? That can be accomplished at this time. What would you like to see in the next 6 weeks? And just put those things down. And even if it's one thing every week, that's doable. As long as it's not trying to be, clean all the curtains in the house if you don't outsource that. But what is something that you can do for yourself this spring that will make you feel loved, cared for, embraced, and part of the season, right? Embracing the season. And what I'm saying with that, a lot of time we tend to just isolate, right? So my offer and my encouragement to you, my friend, is to not allow that to happen. So try to do the different things that bring you joy again. And just think about the flower blooming slowly in its season, just like you. You're in this process right now. Your healing journey is one step at a time. And what can we embrace today? What are the things that we can do today that can help us nourish ourselves? Just like we tend to that little garden or that little flower. I have my rose of the desert flower. My uncle gave it to me since 2021. And last year she was almost opening up for the first time. I was going to see what the flower was, but unfortunately, somebody just bumped her, and she's really sensitive. And unfortunately, I haven't seen what she looks like. So this year, just today, actually, I was looking at her, and her petals are all not petals, sorry, her leaves are all growing, and she's really growing strong. And I'm just wondering what flowers will she bring to me because I can't wait to see her bloom. But just like that rose of the desert, she's delicate. She needs love, she needs attention, she needs time. And it doesn't matter how much a taller, grow. It's going to happen in her own time. But I'm really excited to see what she's going to look like. And this is our time as well. As we're attending to ourselves, what are the different things that we can do each and every day to help ourselves, right? So, my friends, as we are stepping into spring, as we hear the birds chirping away, feel curious to what they're doing. Feel curious to see the different blooms outside. Allow yourself that little time to go outside, to be around people, and to have community. First. Second, don't overdo it. Just try to do one thing at a time. And it's okay to, if you can only manage one flower pot, then that's it. That's one flower pot, and that's your spring. The flowers for spring. I like that analogy because for me, it's really important to just think about what is one thing that I can do that is still going to help me feel part of life, feel that I can still do the things I used to love and I still love, right? So if it is just one flower pot, or maybe some fresh herbs in the windowsill, or maybe it's just opening that window and listening to the birds, or just watching how the flowers are blooming, or even the leaves and the colors, all the different vibrant greens that are coming out right now. Those are small things that you can do. And I would encourage you to do that. Or if not, just buy some scented candles, or see what color that you like to wear around the house. That reminds you of spring. Small things are still important. Most important, ask for help. If you need it, just ask for help. Let other people be there for you as well, because I'm sure you're there for others. So, my friend, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for listening to me. If you like this, please follow, share it with other people, write a comment, tell me what are you going to do for your spring. That doesn't have to make you feel overwhelmed, all right? And I am looking forward to hearing from you. If you haven't gotten my book yet, please do take a look at it. It's called But You Look Just Fine, My Journey to Rediscover Joy Amidst Chronic Pain and Physical Illness. And that's a few of the things that I'm sharing with you here. It's from my journey and what I've been learning through these past few years. Thank you, my friend. May God bless and keep you. Until next week, bye for now.
This was the Michele Roy Show.